Ronnie, at times this week you've been utterly sublime, but today your great rival of 3 decades was simply too good.
Yeah, no, John was just unbelievable. I mean, I've been watching his games all week, and I think Selby got 7 points, and at one point Wilson got 7 points in 4 frames. So yeah, John was solid and scored well today, and just too good.
There were moments of brilliance. The commentators were waxing lyrical about some of your breaks. When you were in, you were fantastic, but it just maybe wasn't meant to be today.
No, listen, John was strong. I knew I had to play well today, and maybe that I put a little bit of pressure on myself, thinking that I had to play as well as I could to have a chance. And once you don't punish John and he's playing as well as he is, then you do a lot of sitting in your chair, and there's not a lot you can do sometimes when someone's as good as John and he's tying you up in knots and making 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s. You just have to just sit it out and wait for an early night.
Does it feel like a tournament win is close? You've now been in 4 finals this season.
To be honest with you, as long as I keep pitching up, playing, and all you can do is just do your best, and if your best is just good enough to get you to finals, then you have to accept that, and hopefully one week I'll get it right on the final day and hopefully get a trophy. But you can't be too disappointed. I think there's 126 players that have probably swapped positions with me at the moment. So, you've got to try and take some positives from it. But John was unbelievable this week. Fantastic. Played brilliant snooker. Masterclass today. And it's good to see such a great player back winning. And it's good for snooker, because that you don't see very often, So I'm happy for John and his family,
Spoken with the grace of a champion. Thank you very much, Ronnie. And I know if there was a crowd, you'd be getting a huge round of applause at this moment. As would you, John. Absolutely incredible. Your first ranking title in 3 years against your arch rival, playing the best snooker of your career. Where does this rank in the all-time achievements that you've done down all those years?
Yeah, it's the best week I've ever had, Rob. I've won world titles in different tournaments, but for the whole week, the way I've felt and the calibre of players I've come up against, and I've managed to win quite convincingly. It's not really like me to do that. Now, normally I'd be scrapping it out, final frame deciders and the like, whereas this week I've done like a Ronnie this week, went through the field pretty easy. So it's a brilliant feeling.
We've seen you in some epic finals since your last title at the Welsh almost 3 years ago to the very day. Has there been a moment over the last 3 years where you began to doubt whether you ever would lift a big one again?
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, obviously, and you see the standard the top boys are playing, and you're coming up against them. You're maybe beating 80 or 90% of the rest of the tour. But when I was coming up against the top boys, they were just playing too strong for me and too good. So, yeah, of course there was, because if one of them wasn't going to be beating you, it might be another one, or it might be another top boy that's beating you. So, no, it's very pleasing to win. I don't know what a trophy looks like the last 3 years, so it's good to finally get my hands on one again.
And I know how much you respect Ronnie. It's mutual. Some fabulous words from him this evening. You command his highest respect.
Listen, we've grew up together now. As I've said it before, there's nobody got more respect in the game than I've got for Ronnie. The best ever. So for me to beat the best ever tonight, it's a brilliant feather in my cap. Brilliant.
A springboard, John, for the rest of the season. We know you've gone close to lifting the world title since you last had it in your grasp in 2011. Some great tournaments to come, the Tour Championship next month. You must take huge confidence, not just from tonight, but from the whole week.
Yeah, without a doubt. I wasn't in the Tour Championship coming into this event, and I was coming up against Jordan Brown on the crest of the wave, so I was thinking I might have a good 4 or 5 weeks off before the Crucible, but it's brilliant to win this, and then I know I'm going to the Tour Championship now, and then obviously the big one in April. So if I could repeat that sort of performance, I would have to fancy my chances. But as I say, there's so many great players.
I think for now, you should savour tonight. It's been a while since you lifted a big one. It's delicate. You might have forgotten what it feels like, so don't drop it. May I please invite you to step forward and lift this fantastic trophy. John Higgins, you are the 2021 Cazoo Players Championship winner.
Great, great, terrific. Lovely. Yeah.
John, I'll move you an inch that way. Lovely, great. Big smile again.